Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to these pick a card messages. There's something changing soon in your life. What could that possibly be? So in this pick a card reading, you have 4 different piles to choose from as usual. Pile number 1, if you want to choose according to the color or the crystal, pile 1 is a pink calcite. Pile 2 is a blue calcite. Pile 3 is yellow. And pile 4 is white calcite. You might also choose according to the cover card: Gemini moon, Virgo moon, Scorpio moon, or Aries moon. This isn't a zodiac type specified kind of reading, but this is just another option for you to choose. So let's get started. Pile 1. Hi, pile 1. If you chose the pink calcite, what is changing soon? Okay, and you may have been drawn to this cover image. Gemini might or might not be significant for you, but the message here is reminding you to speak your world into being. So, affirmations, positive beliefs. But what's changing? Let's look at your oracle cards. Inspiration. Rest and renewal. Rising above the fray. I feel like it's you that's changing, honestly. You're changing how you feel or what you believe. Rising above the fray or your current situation, challenges or obstacles, that sort of thing. The secret chamber. Ooh, there's something, can't really tell what that is in there. I think it's a person. I don't know, can you make that out? Okay, so this is a deep connection. Treasure, the deep treasure within potency. Okay, I'm going to adjust the light just a little bit. Okay, that's much better. Take a moment to rest. Tune into your inner inspiration. Speak your world into being. So there's something, it's just like a deep inner source of inspiration from, well, your heart. I guess the pink crystal could be resonating with your heart chakra. But let's look at the numbers here. There's 29, 25, and 18. But technically 11, 7, 9. So 11 is the number of enlightenment. 25 or 7 has to do with what you believe, or what you believe is right for you. And the 18 or 9 could be considered the humanitarian, or rising above these intense emotions that you might be experiencing or dealing with at this time. Or you can use your emotions as your own source of inspiration to rise above any sort of chaos. And when you rise above any sort of chaos, you're able to see yourself or your life from a better perspective. I'm thinking with this deep connection here, it's letting you know that you have a very strong connection with earth and with nature and the sun, well, and the birds and the flowers. So what's changing soon? I feel like you're already in the process of changing how you feel, or what you're thinking about, what you know that you deserve. Maybe you're choosing to change your focus or your dreams. And you're definitely making a deeper connection within yourself or through your heart, which would also allow you to connect with ancestors or earth or spirit guides or a higher source of inspiration as well. Okay. And then I pulled some astrology oracle to get a little bit more specific to help you or to bring you some more ideas, what you can choose to focus on more specifically to help you speak your world into being. Oh, check this out. You have 10th house, your destiny, where you're going. Your career might be, maybe this is what you're in process of, changing what kind of career that you prefer to be pursuing, where you're going, where you're heading in life. Pluto, resurrection. Okay. But Pluto right now is in Aquarius. And Aquarius wants to create ways that can help all of the people, not just Aquarius. They are amazing streamliners, creating pathways of ease that can benefit everyone. Okay, and then you have another card here, your highest ideals. Insights, wisdom, to understand. Even these cards are saying, Group 1, you have the potential to sit with yourself in a quiet space, even in your flower garden, somewhere that is quiet. And you have the ability to tune into your heart center. And what it will do is it will reveal very powerful and helpful information for you that you need to know to rise above the chaos or to follow your inspiration. It's trying to give you a different perspective. It's trying to help you see yourself or your life from a better perspective. Let me fix these. Okay, and then 2 other areas of, okay. So this is confirmation, who you are, your desires, and what you choose to pursue. This is what's changing. It's you and what you want. And there's nothing wrong with that. Using the power of love and your own creativity. You have the ability and the potential to create your own career. Pursuing something that you love. So what is it that you actually love to do or you love to create that can help the many people in your lives, but also can help the people of the earth, or to help animals, or to help nature? I think what's changing for group number 1, it's allowing you to see something new. Definitely a clearer perspective, but perhaps when you elevate your mind, you're going to start seeing your truth more clearly, and that's going to help bring you this inspiration to choose where you're wanting to go next, your career, your destiny, to choose who you want to become. You don't have to continue to pretend to be what everyone else has always told you that you should be. Wow. Okay. So I'm going to pull some court cards, major arcana, for group 1. What more do we need to know? Of course, the Chariot, the Alchemist. This is your power. Wow. The Emperor. I feel like this is something that's happening right now, and maybe you haven't taken the time to realize this or to think about this or to sit with yourself and discover, what inspires you, what gets you excited about life. Is there something that you can create or pursue that's going to bring you fulfillment? Is there something that you can create and share with the rest of the world as a source of inspiration or love or through your creativity? You're probably an artist of some sort. Some of you are musically talented, others are painters or artists. Some of you might be actors or actresses. And you can take matters into your own hand to, create your own channel, create your own page somewhere, create your own blog. Find creative ways to express yourself and to express your truth. And honestly, when you start doing so, you will realize this powerful and potent connection and effect that you probably have on other people or the planet, right? Your community. So whether you realize you are changing or that you have the power to change your mind or what you choose to pursue, or if there's something else that's changing in your life, everything is changing to put you in this place and this power to realize that you are a powerful co-creator. And you can take life and your matters into your hands to even create your own inspiration. Something that you can share with others if you want, because that's who you are anyway. Or you can build a career from your creativity and your creative mind. So these are beautiful messages for all of you who chose pile 1. I'm going to leave you here for a few moments to engage with the cards, to see if you are intuiting anything more or something else coming in from your source of inspiration. But in the meanwhile, this is your message and reading for today, group number 1. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do click the like button. If you're interested in learning more about your destiny, your purpose, your future, your destined career, etc., you'd like a private reading, feel free to reach out. My links are down below. Meanwhile, have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in another video. Hello, pile number 2. If you were drawn to the blue calcite. So what is changing soon? Let's find out. I'm going to put your crystal over here. Or you may have been drawn to this card, this image, Virgo moon. The message here says, assess the situation. Oh, and perfect timing, because Mercury, the planet that rules your mind and how you think, is currently transiting Virgo, making it easier for you to analyze the details. But what more do you need to know? What is changing soon? Fulfillment. What makes you happy? What makes you feel fulfilled? The jeweled web, connectivity. Interesting. Straddling worlds. Wandering between realms. I don't think I've ever looked really closely at this image. Okay, immediately I'm picking up on the fact that maybe some of you or many of you are feeling a little confused or uncertain about your purpose or how to find fulfillment. Maybe you're looking for connections, but there's something spiritual happening here, especially if you're wandering between realms. This could be something that is affecting, well, it's resonating with this Saturn and Neptune transit that's affecting all of us right now. It's like, what is real, what is not real? Okay, the volcano. Relationships? Okay. Express, don't stagnate. Okay. So how many of you feel like you're unable to express yourself or your authenticity or your authentic self? Maybe you are challenged. The challenge is real. The opportunity for you here is to connect with the matrix. This interconnectivity represents, well, the synchronicity, the invisible strings that connects you with the oneness, or all that is, with everyone else and everything else in nature as well. Let's look at the numbers. 24, 32, 52. So this would be 6, 5, 7. Ooh, in a different order, it would be 5, 6, 7. So the 5, 6, 7 as a metaphysical number or a sign from your spirit guides would remind you during times of change or uncertainty or excitement, focus on your truth. Focus on what you love the most. Focus on what's most important to you. Focus on your truth. Express your truth. But if you can't find a way to express yourself or express your truth in a positive way, then sometimes it's best not to say anything at all. But how many of you actually feel like you are moving between realities or timelines or different realms? I'm curious. Let's look at your astrology oracle. And I pulled astrology oracle to help give you like a framework, a perspective, a box, if you will, to focus on, how this can help you the most at this time. Okay, your hopes, your wishes, your future for humanity's sake, your associations, your community, your connections with other people. There's Mars. Confront yourself, force yourself to, okay. Oh, I feel like many of you who chose pile 2, you have, well, you'll probably find it very healing if you find ways to express your sensitivities, your vision, your goals, your reality. I would think starting a blog, or if you'd rather have a podcast or something like that, this will help you like work through your thoughts, work through your emotions, work through your feelings to ascertain the difference between what is real, what is reality, what is false, what is true to you, what is not true to you, because there's this going back and forth between, who am I not, what should I do, what shouldn't I do. Okay, assess the situation. So right now, what's changing soon is your unique expression and how you interact with other people, with the rest of the world in this matrix. Within the dream, in using your imagination, which might be why some of you are feeling kind of uncertain about life. Okay, so there's 11th house, 12th house, your hopes, your wishes. Keep your involvement hidden. So at this time, you're not expected to put yourself out there into the spotlight. But right now, it's more of an inner journey to go deep, connect with your inner sensitivities and your creativity to, well, the more you tune out the rest of the world and you put yourself into like a meditation of some sort, the more you're going to realize your truth, who you are, what you really want to do in your life. So some of you might be trying to decide career, and that's a really big decision. Others of you might still be sorting through your feelings, trying to determine or understand, who am I compared to you? How can I find my place in the world? Or how can I make a positive contribution to my community or to myself even? So these are some deep concepts that are calling you inward, to nurture yourself. Nurture your dream, your vision. But if you haven't ever taken the time to really sort through the things that you love, to choose, to realize what you do love, what you do enjoy, how can you actively participate with the rest of the world or social media? Or I feel like everything is up in the air for you right now, Group 2. So in summary, with these oracle, that it's also a perfect opportunity for you to create a space to think about what could you actively do or participate in that will allow you to feel like you're making a positive contribution. So this is going back to work. So what kind of work can you do that will be fulfilling for you? That will also allow you to earn some money? But there's also something here with this volcano referring to chaos or maybe opposition, differences in your relationships with other people. And maybe, honestly, some of you may not even feel like you are like the others. And there's a reason for that too. So part of that reason, or one of those reasons, might be perhaps part of your purpose right now is to search your soul for your own truth. But the only way that you're going to figure that out is to either try different things, take on different kind of jobs, or to go into a deep meditative practice. Ask yourself, study yourself. Make a list of things that you truly enjoy. Or if you have a creative personality, how can you create or share your vision with others? And again, this doesn't have to be something that you do on social media or on the internet. It's something that you can do right there in your home, in your daily routine. In fact, I wonder if the changes happening for group number 2 are creating the perfect environment for you to create your own daily routine based on everything that you enjoy. Find the things that you love and then nurture those. Pay attention to those. Create a daily practice. This might be a daily spiritual practice. But practice is practice. Most of us have to show up in the world somehow with some sort of responsibility. Responsibility to ourselves, and others have different kind of responsibilities. Like you might have responsibility to your family or your community or your career. But the whole reason, the whole purpose of what's changing soon for group number 2, it's allowing you the time and space to realize what really feels good to you. What do you enjoy? Maybe it's inviting you to change your diet. Maybe it's time for you to try different fruits or different vegetables to see which ones you enjoy. Life can be simple. Life isn't supposed to be complicated. But many of the times we tend to complicate life. So let's pull some court cards and major arcana for group 2. What else do we need to know? Wow. Right. So thank you, tarot cards, for reminding me that when you put yourself on the spot, you can really decide what is most important to you. What do you value? What do you need? These changes are helping you to stay true to you. And of course, there's an opportunity, some of you looking for a job or, an opportunity to show up in your community. Okay. You might also realize that you have a change of heart. There might be something that you once enjoyed that you're no longer enjoying. And we don't always stay the same person, as we move through life. We don't always enjoy the same company, or sometimes the foods that we crave might change. Life in itself is constantly changing too. And then there's the High Priestess. So in the bigger picture, group number 2, however you're experiencing these changes, and these changes could be happening in your external world, like your local community, your job, your career, but it's bringing you back to yourself. Again, for you to analyze yourself, to take notice of, is this really a job that I enjoy? Is it in alignment with my highest self? Do I deserve better? Is there a better quality of life that I prefer to be living? I feel like these changes are aligning you with your ultimate path, your purpose, or one of your purposes in life. Because when you start choosing you, or when you start making choices that are in better alignment with who you are and what you truly enjoy and where you find happiness and fulfillment, then this is going to attract into your life new people, new relationships, new opportunities, new options. So to sum up, I feel like right now you're put into kind of like a hermit zone, hermit mode, to really reflect on yourself. Take a look at yourself to see what have you been participating in that you no longer enjoy. And you have the power to choose. You can choose to change your mind, how you feel about your situation, your work, your career. You can choose something better, something that's more purposeful, something that's more fulfilling. So again, I feel like, well, maybe your outer reality is changing and shifting, which is, it's shifting you too. And you always have the free will and the opportunity to change your mind about anything that you have chosen. It is okay to choose something better. Choose something that you feel more worthy of having or experiencing or participating in. Okay, so this is your story. This is your life. Group number 2. I don't think there's any rush here for you to decide to make any significant change right now. But I feel like life is definitely putting you on the spot, making you reconsider everything. So that when the time comes for you to make a decision to change anything, then hopefully you will know, what you truly want and what will make you feel better or more fulfilled, more prosperous, more valued. It should also bring you a new opportunity to express your true self or be your true authentic self within your world of relationships, whether you have a lot of relationships or maybe just a handful of relationships. But honestly, I do think it's your true expression or how you express yourself in relation to everyone else or the other people that you're interacting with. So deep shifts and changes happening for group number 2. I hope you enjoyed your video pick a card reading for today. If you did, please do click the like button. I will leave you here with the cards for a few moments if you would like to gaze upon them to see if your intuition is revealing more to you, or deeper awareness, or a message directly from your spirit guides. So have a wonderful day, and I will see you in another video. Hello, pile number 3. So what is changing soon for you or in your life? Let's find out. If you're drawn to the yellow calcite, or perhaps you were drawn to the cover card, Moon in Scorpio. Let's look at the image here. Reveal what needs to be seen. So take a moment to reflect. Something's trying to reveal itself to you. And this isn't a zodiac pick a card reading, but it's more about the energy, the archetypes of the zodiac sign. The Scorpius is also a star constellation, so you might resonate with that star. Let's just see your messages. What's changing? Opening, overflow, overwhelm, and plenty. Interesting. Wow, look at this. 3, 5, 4, 3. You've got some synchronistic numbers here. 3 is creative expression, creativity, the birth of new things. 5 is your sensitivities, expression. The 4 is your belief or foundation, what makes you feel stable and supported. And then you have the number 3. You have the number 3 again. But there's an awful lot of water here. So let's look at your other cards. Woodwives, adaptability. Making adjustments. Adaptable, being flexible. I love the fact that you've got the number 64. Look, my mouth is getting ahead of my brain. The number 10, 64. It's cool that this is a tree. It's a tree trunk, but it's a person or something. Be like the tree, become the tree. Wisdom of the trees. Okay, your sensitivities. There's something in your inner sensitivities that are wishing to be seen. So it could be your emotions, something that you're afraid of, if you're afraid of, or if you don't connect with your emotions or what you're feeling. Some of you might be feeling overwhelmed emotionally right now in your life. And sorry, let me get this out of the way. People are calling me while I'm in the middle of recording and I'm on my cell phone. So I can't answer the call. I'm busy. We are busy. Live the question. Curiosity, open your mind, live into it. You know what this is making me think of? When I look at this, I think of crystals, but this is the deck of stones. So this would be rock. There's a place in Arizona. I've never hiked there, but they have like these deep caverns. The rock is like a darker red because it's oxidized. That's what it's making me think of. Reveal what needs to be seen. Curiosity. Interesting how the colors of your cards changed from blue and purple to peach, orange, or peach and yellow, to a deep emerald green, and then to like a rusty brown color and then orange. So to me, this is your emotional depths. This is creativity, opening up to your sensitivities, your emotional sensitivities. Emerald green always makes me think of Archangel Raphael because it's an amazing healing energy. Something to help you feel grounded, stable, supported, like you're growing, you're expanding like the trees, like the flowers expand, you're blooming. So, but you're opening up. Okay, so that's what's changing. You are opening up like the flower, your essence. Ah, that's beautiful. Your flower essence, your emotional truth. If you could see me behind the screen, is like I have my shoulders are into it. Curiosity, open your mind, live into it. And then the yellow resonates with your hara, your solar plexus, your third chakra, your self-esteem, confidence. So what's changing here? Okay, emotional maturity. You are becoming more emotionally stable, mature, and grounded because this is necessary so that you can artistically express or create from your deeper inner sense of self. Wow. And I don't know if this moon, because today we have the lunar eclipse, if the moon is going to reveal something to you over the next couple of days. Of course, the lunar eclipse is in Pisces, but still Scorpio resonates with deep inner emotion, secrets. I feel like this is something intuitive, interesting. Okay, so let's just move along to the astrology oracle. I pulled some astrology oracle to give you a foundation of focus, like how can you bring these energies together to create a structure to, help yourself in a positive way or to build something at this moment in time. It's like, how do we put this in a box? Definitely Mercury and Virgo brain. Third house. Your ideas. Your vision, your ideas. Okay, so Uranus is probably making an impact on your life and your creativity. What's more important is to know where Uranus is currently transiting in your personal astrology chart. And that depends on the time that you were born, of course, including the date that you were born. Okay, dedication to achieve. Focus on, it's time for you, to focus on your deep sensitivity. It's like, go deeper. There's something deeper that like exists inside of you that you haven't allowed to come to the surface. Maybe you're protecting yourself from these hidden emotions, or I guess for some it could be fears, but there's nothing here to fear. These are just deep emotions that are wanting to be released from your physical body, your physical energy. Okay, fourth house, your home, your body. What makes you feel secure? Information and emotions that make you feel secure. Tune into that. And then you also have the 8th house. Your person of power, so major changes. Okay. Some of you might be experiencing a shift or a separation from family or like father type relationships, because right now Saturn is completing a 30-year cycle, its own cycle. And I feel like the changes that are happening for you right now, group number 3, are helping you to claim your own stability in life, your own responsibility, something that's a practical nature that is meant to help you to create, to become the co-creator of your life. It will put you in a solid position to allow you to make serious decisions and choices for yourself without relying on somebody else to support you, or without it's separating you from people who maybe want to tell you what you should or should not be doing. But the energies that are shifting are trying to get your attention to go deep, to feel your inner sensitivities, your inner truth. There's like a beautiful creative expression that's really wanting to open up and be expressed through you, that perhaps you've never allowed for, that deep connection. And many people are uncomfortable with their emotions. And depending on how you're raised, maybe you were told not to be sensitive or to show your vulnerability. But you're safe within your own home, right? Underneath your own roof. So these are like deep, powerful changes that are happening inside of you, but it's emotionally. It could also be spiritually. It's definitely opening up your creative sensitivities, your creative resources, helping you to take more power over your life, yourself, your responsibilities, to create a life that you prefer, right? How many of you have been living a life that everyone else has been telling you that you had to live, right? Because you had to get along with society. You needed to do what everyone else was doing. Well, what if that's changing? And now you're in the process of being freed, liberated to go your own way, walk your own path, make up your own mind. Let's come back to this. Live the question. So what is your biggest question right now? Or curiosity? Open your mind and, ask for the answers to your questions. What are you curious about the most? And so you will be asking a more powerful source of energy. You could call it creator, the co-creator, or God source, your higher self, your master self. But when you start looking for the answers to your curiosities, and you open your mind and you open your heart and you allow life in your reality to express to you the answer that you're seeking, it's going to pull you, it's going to call you. And this is how we navigate our daily life. A daily goal to focus on and pursue your own dreams, your own goals, your own vision. Wow. But something new is definitely like opening up, it's activating inside of you. And these are, in the bigger picture, as far as astrology is concerned, you might be experiencing a shift or a separation between yourself, your need to be around other people, and your need to be in your own space so that you can create your own space or build a creative space for yourself inside of your home that nurtures you, that supports you. But at the same time, your personality is probably changing too, because Uranus at the moment is it's still in Gemini. But I was I'm going somewhere with this, but I lost my train of thought. Pluto, which could be seen as your soul's purpose, is currently in Aquarius. And Aquarius is also governed by Uranus and Saturn, by the way. So an aspect of yourself, or who you think that you are, might be going through changes. So now I'm curious, what is your rising sign? Because your rising sign does move into other zodiac signs as it progresses. Well, the other planets in your astrology progress as well, and this is part of a maturity, the maturation process and flow of life. Okay, I'm not trying to confuse anyone here. I'm just going deeper into the messages. There might be far-reaching changes that are happening inside of you, but it's a beautiful awakening on your journey, your path, and opening up to your creative sensitivities in order to live your life to your fullest. Okay, I think these sensitivities are trying to get your curiosity. So it's trying to get your attention. Listen to that, pay attention to that, especially if it's your emotions, your heart, your mind. What is calling you forward? Seek more information with curiosity. It's almost like life is guiding you one moment at a time, one curiosity at a time, one step at a time. It is calling you towards the gathering of everything that you need to help you live your life more fully, or to be more creative, or to take more power or control, responsibility in your life or for yourself. Not necessarily all of these, but take what resonates the best for you. So what are the numbers here? You've got 35, 8, 43, which is also 7, and 64, which is 10. If we bring these down to single digits, well, I also want to point out we've got the 33, master number, master communication, master your sensitivities. The 44, master number, actually it's an angel number, letting you know that you are supported, that you are stable, and you should trust that your finances will remain stable as well. You are protected by the angelic realms while you are learning what kind of co-creator you are becoming. Right, go deep. So the 8, 7, 1. Actually, the single digits, let's go back to that. 3, 4, 5, 6. So everything is guiding you forward if you follow the signs, and pay attention to see what number sequences show up for you, because even the individual numbers have a message in addition to, the combined numbers. But this is what's changing. It's a beautiful change. I think this change is happening from inside of you, from the inside out. But your reality, for some of you, you may not resonate with reality or other people anymore. So there might be other deeper changes happening for you as well. So the Ace of Wands is new inspiration. Something is definitely guiding you. Something positive, Neptune is still in Aries. So is it your imagination? Is it your emotions? Wow. Okay. The wheel is reminding you that you are in the right place at the right time, the perfect spot. So you could be experiencing a shift in your perceptions about life, reality, who you are, who you want to be, so that you can follow your passion and create. Because honestly, the purpose in life, the meaning of life in this human incarnation is to express ourselves, to live our true expression based on what we are called to express. And this true expression does reflect on your natal astrology. That's like the first important part about astrology according to when you were born, because it helps to reveal the personality traits or the archetypes that are your strengths or what are guiding you to live your life. Or maybe you are here to explore the deeper side of life or the deeper aspect of yourself or your emotions. Honestly, everything is a metaphor. Everything is a messenger. Everything has a meaning. Everything has a frequency. Everything has a purpose. And so do you. But I feel like it's time it could be a huge shift in your reality too. But remember, you can even create a daily structure, like a goal, a project, to help you to focus. Focus on your inspiration, your emotion. What are you feeling? Is there something that you can write or express? Do you have a journal or a diary that you can write? Creative writing might sound interesting for you. But this is also something that you can do within your own home or in somebody else's home if you're living with somebody else. I think the bigger message here, group 3, everything that's changing or what's changing soon, or it may have already begun. Your guides are wanting you to know that you're safe and you're protected while you You should feel safe and protected while you tune into this new source of inspiration, this creativity that's really trying to get your attention, right? Pay attention to that. Seek more information to get answers to your questions about what you're feeling, what you're sensing, what is shifting or changing in your life. Again, I feel like this is an amazing, beautiful new beginning and opening up to your more sensitive side, your more intuitive flow, creative. But it's also helping you to become stronger, to feel more confident within yourself. It's also helping you to create something, a goal. If you have a project that you want to build, it could be a business, or maybe you are your own business, right? Make yourself your new project, but focus on the day-to-day details and tap into these sensitivities, because your sensitivities are guiding you in every moment. So there's an inner truth that is trying to wake up within you. Oh, it could be something ancient. Oh my gosh. So there's something with the water. The water is conscious. So if you work with water, or you resonate with water, right, and the crystals of water, that sort of thing, something more for some of you to think about. Because you can program water too. Okay, I'm going to go pile number 3. These are like amazing messages. So I'm going to leave you here with the cards for a few moments, with yourself, with your guides, with your intuition, so that you can tune into them or lean into them more deeply. But meanwhile, if you enjoyed this video, please do click the like button. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you in another video. Hello, pile number 4. Welcome to today's Pick a Card messages. What's changing soon? I'm loving all these piles and messages so far. Bleh. And I can only assume I'm going to love your messages too. So if you chose the white, this is actually a selenite. I'm going to put your crystal over here. What's changing soon? It might be inner changes or changes in your reality. If you were drawn to this cover card, Moon in Aries, go for it. I'm not really sure what that means, but we are going to find out. Let me get this out of the way. We need all the space that we can. Group 4. I hope you're having an amazing day so far. Okay, peace. Peace is calling you. Peace be with you. Galactic mushroom, the divine matrix. Even the number 24 resonates with peace. And you have the number 4 or the number 13, the vanishing mirror, ego sublimation. Here, let's do this so that you can see the images a little bit more clearly. I feel like your reality is changing. The guardian stone. Oh, look at this. Awakening, progress, initiation. It is a shift in your reality. An awakening to the truth of yourself. The difference between your ego and your soul. What's changing in your reality is, I think it's probably calling you towards peace. So I'm wondering how many of you are really wanting to retreat, into your own space, especially if you have a peaceful place within your home or within meditations. This is what's calling you, but something is waking you up. And so this is the deck of stones. So you might, even with this card, Divine Matrix, I'm feeling like the mountains or rocks or stones have messages for you. So when you have the time, if you have the time to go somewhere into nature where you can put your hands upon the stones, I think there's something waiting there for you to connect with that. Let's look at your astrology oracle really quickly. I wanted to pull some cards to kind of give you a structure, or like a box, a foundation, something, a way for you to apply these energies in a practical way, if that makes sense, right? So that it makes sense to you. So there's Venus, what you love or who you love. Signs. Okay, so your relationships, decisions. Houses, ninth house. So ninth house are your higher ideals, accessing higher levels of your mind. Okay, you are, how many of you feel like the Matrix is trying to get your attention? Or that you're experiencing something that seems like the Matrix? Well, and it could feel similar to the movie, too, because the Matrix can feel kind of disorienting. I feel like the more that you can tune into peace, or peace within your body, peace of mind, peace within your home, or peace in nature, this is probably what's going to help you the most at this time in your life while you're navigating anything that's changing in your life or in your reality. The more you can tune into peace, the better you're going to feel, but the more you're also going to separate yourself from the external chaos that's happening on the planet. Second house, your beliefs, your values, your resources. So it's possible for some of you, everything that you ever thought that you believed in might be in question. There's nothing wrong with questioning yourself. Most of us were raised into a certain practice or a belief by our families, right? By our society. But I feel like there's something else that's calling you here. Group number 4. Okay, so you've got 2 relationship cards here. I'm thinking in the bigger picture, what's changing, it's like part of your higher self is awakening to your truth to help you to recognize the truth about your relationships. So if you're married, relationship with your spouse, or relationship with your children, or relationship with your job, this is what's changing. Actually, which makes perfect sense, because in the past I went through the process of trying to hold on to at least a part-time job while I was starting my YouTube channel so that I could earn a little bit of money, while I was trying to make this happen for myself. But anytime I put myself back out there into that outer work reality, the challenges were real. It became increasingly more difficult to be around the other people. And I'm thinking you probably are resonating with what I'm saying so far. So what's changing? Your reality. The nature of reality is probably changing for group 4. If you are in a safe space to leave your employer, right? If you have financial support, do what you need to do to invite more peace into your life. There are energetic ways that you can change yourself, how you perceive or how you deal with your reality, right? How you deal with other people, which will also be helpful for you as you navigate, your corporate job, or if you have to go out into society for whatever reason. There are also stones that you can use and crystals to balance your energy. But I feel like peace is calling you, and this is the energy of the Matrix. It's the universal oneness that is calling you. It's changing. It might be challenging some of you, challenging what you actually believe. So if your reality is shifting, that would definitely make me question my sanity. So are you questioning yours? Are you questioning your sanity? Okay, so now you've got the Ace of Cups, which is a confirmation. This is an awakening of truth, spiritual truth. The Tower, sudden unexpected change. Wow. And this is probably something that's already happening. And again, maybe some of you don't understand what's happening, or maybe you feel like you've lost something. Some of you might feel like you lost a part of yourself, or you lost your logic, right? You lost your sanity, you lost your practical application of life. But that's just because, well, you are meant to be changing, but your reality is probably changing first to force you to focus more within yourself, to look for or to align with peace. Peace is like the biggest message in pile number 4. And peace be with you. Peace, unconditional love is all around you. So your faith might be challenged, and all the things that you believe might currently be challenged. But this is just because you're waking up to the truth about your existence. So, not something, that can be lightly taken or understood, but it's almost like how you've been living your life, or the basis of your defined reality, and everything that you thought that you knew, or thought you were as a person, or thought that you wanted, might be going through a total makeover. This is the best way I can interpret these. But what is more important for you to become aware of, especially if you are feeling uncertain or unstable or fearful about what's changing in your reality, that there is something higher that you can connect with when you're ready to, and that will make you feel safe. It will protect you from fear, from harm. It will nurture you and help you to feel better. But this too is something that you have to choose to believe in. You have to choose to connect with this higher power, which in some cases, in many cases, connecting with your higher self. Your higher self is already in the ether, knows exactly where you are, why you're here, the purpose and reason of your life, your existence. So that might feel easier or safer for you to start a meditative practice to connect with your higher self. But what I found even more helpful at a time in my life where I had no idea what was shifting in my reality, I set my intention, I put myself into meditation, I called in the version of my higher self that was closest to my body, closest to my energy, so that I could merge with my higher self. Because I believe that in that meditation, in this energetic practice, a part of my higher self came down, allowed me to tune in and to merge with this higher perspective. And that's what helped me to shift my perspective, to start seeing myself in a different way. So that would be my best recommendation, to do a meditative practice to connect with a version of your higher self. Obviously, we can't necessarily just merge, completely with the higher universal perspective, because the physical body might not be able to adapt to those kind of changes. But I think my followers on YouTube are pretty smart, so I think you guys know exactly where I'm going here. So I hope these messages are resonating for you. I want to point out all of the doves that you have in your reading. So for those of you who attune or resonate strongly with Jesus or Christ consciousness, that is with you as well at this time, if you need that support. But I don't feel that there is danger upon you, but like the quality of your reality and your existence or your place in it can feel extremely disorienting. And that's what I'm picking up for group 4. Now this new moon in Aries is saying go for it. You're free to change everything that you believe. Remember that Neptune is currently in Aries. Neptune is a planet of our faith, our beliefs, our imagination, our daydreams. If you can create a daily practice or a meditation where you invite in all of the energies that allow you to feel loved, peaceful, safe, then doing that every day is going to completely change your reality. So that your normal reality that you wake up to every day is that peace, that harmony, that unconditional love. This is your power to create, or your power to transform. Maybe you're going through some sort of transition or transformation. Anyway, so awakening, you're making progress. This is your initiation. So I wonder if this has to do with the lunar eclipse today or the solar eclipse that's happening this month. But these are the messages that I have for group number 4. So I hope that these are helping you in some way, shape, or form. I hope in the least I gave you some practical, logical ideas to focus on to help you through this transition or whatever is changing in your world. Keep in mind, this is a general pick a card reading, so it's not specific or personal. If you need more personal information, then do study your own current astrology transit, how they're affecting you, or you're always welcome to request one of those from myself, because I do offer deeper, more insightful personal readings as well. My links are down below if you're interested in a private reading. But that being said, I'm wishing you a beautiful day, and thanks for coming by. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do click the like button. And before I go, I'm going to leave you with these images and cards for you to, sink into. If you want to see what more your intuition or your spirit guides want to reveal to you through the cards. And have a wonderful day. Bye for now.